Over 100 years. That's how long it took electric vehicles to catch on. Modern solar panels, half a century. Lithium batteries, decades to go from debut to daily use. It's a pattern. Energy tech breaks through, stalls, then something tips the scales, and it's hard to imagine life before it. But for every success, there are even more almosts. What if there was a breakthrough sitting at this crossroads right now? Flying's more popular than ever, but more planes in the sky means more emissions. But the potential to cut emissions with sustainable aviation fuel, or SAF, is real.
So why do we say it's sustainable? Because sustainable aviation fuel is a blend of kerosene, conventional fossil fuel, together with a renewable fuel made of biomass or other feedstock.
Julien Menez is the head of SAF and carbon dioxide removal at Airbus. He has over 2 decades of experience in the aerospace industry.
I often say that I have a couple of tattoos on me that I'm not going to show, and one of them is that SAF is Jet A1. And when I say this, it's because the beauty of SAF is that it is used transparently from an aircraft standpoint, from an infrastructure standpoint.
That means SAF works just like Jet A1, a standard jet fuel used worldwide. And it can be made from all kinds of sources, like forestry waste, captured CO2, and even used cooking oil.
I'll tell you about the other tattoo, but because the other tattoo is eat fries every day. My kids love it, but I'm not sure the doctors would love it. But at some point, we will run out of feedstock for producing SAF out of fat.
The next most affordable option, ethanol.
So using that molecule and turning it into jet fuel is the technology that LanzaJet is developing.
Ethanol is a fantastic pathway because of its availability. So across the global market, you have about 30 billion gallons of ethanol that is available and being produced today.
That existing supply makes ethanol to jet one uniquely positioned to scale. But turning that potential into reality still has a huge hurdle. Today, SAF makes up a tiny fraction of global jet fuel use. It can cost up to 7 times more than traditional jet fuel, and that price gap has it stalling at the runway. It all comes down to demand. Without it, producers won't scale, and without scale, the price stays high. It's a loop we've seen before. Take solar panels. Modern solar cells were invented in the 1950s, but too expensive and too niche to scale for decades. That changed in 2005, when a 30% federal tax credit made solar way more appealing in the US. And within a few years, adoption soared. And not just because the tech got better, but because the right policy finally gave it the push it needed.
If you look at the SAF industry, it mimics what we saw in the solar industry going back 20 plus years ago. You had technology that worked, you had governments that stepped in to help solar deploy. Same thing is happening with SAF today.
Will it be just like solar? It remains to be seen, because contrary to solar, which is electricity and electricity is local, SAF is a global play.
And that means policy support has to come from every corner of the world. To ramp up SAF production, the US is offering tax credits, Europe has mandates in effect, and China's rolling out national plans for expansion. While there's no guarantee these policies will hold amid political turbulence, SAF is still gaining industry-wide momentum.
Aviation has agreed to reach net zero by 2050. It is the first industry that actually achieved that global approach to decarbonization across 4 different levers. The most impactful one is sustainable aviation fuel.
And the more airlines commit to fueling with SAF now, the faster it scales. Several major US carriers have already increased their commitments. But it's not just up to airlines. It's an industry-wide push. Governments, fuel producers, and investors across the globe need to work together to scale SAF.
There's urgency to solving this today. We have the tools to do it. We have the technology to do it. We have the wherewithal to do it. So let's do it today.